All eyes on Baltimore as the curfew gets underway. Thousands of National Guardsmen on the ground hoping to prevent another night of violence. Compared to this time last night, Baltimore is relatively quiet.
Of course, that violence started after the funeral for Freddie Gray, who died a week after suffering a spinal injury while in police custody. Our Lisa Evers joins us live from Baltimore with more on the day's events. Good evening, Lisa.
Well, good evening. There is certainly tension here in the air, but there's also a steely determination on the part of clergy and community leaders to see that the curfew, which starts just about right now, is respected. We've also seen teams of heavily armed police doing roving patrols on the streets, trying to keep the peace.
This image is a statement many here want to make. A silent line of residents and community leaders right in front of police in riot gear. They told us they want to prevent anyone from engaging violently with the officers. The West Baltimore streets where the CVS was burned and looted continue to draw crowds, and many local leaders determined to make a positive difference. Tell me what kind of message you're sending to them, especially after what we saw last night.
Well, we had about maybe 500 clergymen along with these pastors. We went out last night, had a chance to march through the areas that were being looted and destroyed. And we wanted to take our city back, you know, and the good thing about it is the community actually embraced us.
Tell me what you saw when you were dealing with the youth out here.
Well, yesterday I was supposed to go to work, and I looked on television. I saw some of my kids that I was coaching out here getting disruptive and also getting mishandled by the police. So I took a day off and came out, called up some of the pastors, called up some of the other community organizations to get out here so that we can be in ground zero of Fulton and North to help out our community.
Several thousand National Guard soldiers were brought in to back up law enforcement, and Baltimore police are getting assistance from other city and state departments. The mayor is coming under criticism for not asking for help earlier, but she's now focusing on the future.
But today, I think we saw a lot more of what Baltimore is about. We saw people coming together to reclaim our city, to clean our city, and to help heal our city. I think this can be our defining moment and not the darkest days that we saw yesterday.
Reminders of what happened are not hard to find. Boarded up stores that had their windows broken downtown and businesses wary of remaining open.
It's disastrous for the businesses over here because we're kind of, our traffic is really low from last three days, I would say, because nobody wants to get out, everybody's scared. We're still having some customers in, but again, you know the usual, yeah, people are really afraid of actually coming out.
Okay, now what you're looking at right now is a live aerial shot from the chopper of West North Avenue by the CVS that was burned and looted last night. It's also become a gathering place. We were there earlier. This is where residents had gotten together. We're trying to support the police and prevent anything from happening, but there were also some elements there determined not to respect the curfew. Now, the law enforcement presence here tonight, a very different story from what we saw in the previous days, and many people here are hoping that this will be a peaceful night. We're live in Baltimore. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Back to you in the studio.
All right, let's hope it stays away. Thank you, Lisa.